Got him. Got him. Sorry.
It's kind of mixed between maybe bad connection and lag. It's not fully like staticky.
Boys,
It's like a bit wobbly. Did he actually?
He got him with the sporter.
No way.
Got him.
No way did you kill a man with a sporter.
Yep. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, hang on. It's not confirmed. Let me just confirm.
Tap that man.
Hang on. Shut up a second, guys. Sorry. I made it look like I kept going. They walked past me. I shot them in the back. Hang on. It's a AK. Yeah, this is him. Got him. He's toast.
Well played.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fucking good. You got a man with a sporter, dude. That's funny as fuck. As I was going to say, right? This is what it's like to be a streamer on DayZ. Womble didn't say that guy was stream sniping, but he still had to make sure he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's like. It sucks. This is what you have to go through.
It's fine. It just comes with the territory. Stream sniping in...
Indeed.
Stream sniping as a streamer is like a heckler as a comedian. It's just something you've got to... It's just part of the landscape. It comes with the territory. It's not about stopping people doing it. It's about handling it gracefully when it happens.
Yep. So I'm just saying, so, you know, people in chat, there's no witch hunt here. And we're just saying, you know, it happens. Right. And it sucks. But Womble just sported that man. And that's fucking funny to me. And if that guy's in chat, sporter, dude.
Right.
Is this better?
Still a bit wobbly.
It's only teasing.
Okay, hang on. I just need to take what I need and then move. Might take all of his trousers. Badly.
I'm going for a shower. You guys enjoy. See you.
Alright.
See you.
30. Nah. Hey, sorry, my adrenaline spiked there. Just to Right.
I love the deception, though.
Yeah, so
put on the screen and I'm going to run this way.
Yeah, I just hid in the tent, in behind that hedge, and then he ran past it.
Great. Sported and deported. That's it.
Yeah.
Axis XY, my man. That's a good meme. I like that.
I did make loads of noise, so I could get followed. Right. I'll leave the 22. I'll take the AK. He also had a Mosin. Did the Mosin have a scope on it? Is that why the shot placement was so great? Wait, there's a 22. Put that back.
Yes, Soviet did kill that guy.
Oh no, just he was firing iron sights. Oh, well done. Okay.
What is the next bullshittery after
just,
SovietWomble?
Was that the weapon? Sounds strange. Sorry, what's the next bullshittery?
Does anyone know what Womble's next video is?
Working on it.
You guys will know as soon as it's uploaded, which is soon TM.
Cool, I think I've got everything I need. Why don't I take the vest? One. Good point, yeah.
He did have a PSO. Can you mount that on the AK?
He's already got a Cobra thing on the AK.
Yeah, but he might have been switching. That's why he was accurate.
Oh, do you reckon?
Imagine. Well, I mean, if he was hitting you from range with a PSO and then switched to the Cobra for short distance when he got on you.
He didn't hit. He was fired, but he didn't hit. Had he hit, I would be done. Okay, hang on. Azuro says he heard a shot, so he must be near me, so I better move. Right, that's everything I think I need. Oh wait, hunting scope. Must be for the Mosin. No, I don't need the rest. I'll just leave it behind.
You should take the ammo off the sporter on his body.
Why?
Don't leave anyone with any chance to kill you.
No, it should be fine. Right, cool. Oh, that's a bit of action. Holy shit. Yeah, so I dived into that hedge there, and he just ran past. Sweet. All right. Well, I still need to get these nails back. So yeah, what are you going to do today? What's your plan?
I might play some Sea of Thieves later on.
Oh yeah? Is that any good?
It's basically the same thing as DayZ, only with pirate theme.
Okay.
Except instead of random looting, it's mission based. But
Right.
missions are personal.
Okay.
So with a bunch of islands all around the sea, as if, like cities in DayZ. You go there, you do your little mission, you get your chest, and you go to sell up, and in the meantime you could be attacked by other ships and stuff.
Cool. Is it worth it?
It's difficult to say. It's lacking content right now. They are doing updates to it, and they are bringing in a massive arena mode, which could be really fun. But currently, there is a bit of content missing. Although, if you sign up to the Xbox Pass, the Xbox Game Pass right now for this month, it's €1, and you get free access to the game. Months after that, it's going to be, I think it's €10 a month. But you do get access to the game, and it is currently on sale for 50% off. So you could buy the game for €35, or you could sub for €1 for this month and then cancel sub if you don't like it. I think it's pretty good. The game's
pretty good.
The game's really graphically, it's well designed. It's really pretty, but yeah, a little bit of content missing.
Okay.
I mean, that's always been the case with that game, though. Ever since it came out, it was lacking content.
Yeah, I think they rushed it slightly.
Okay. Is it
Microsoft's
sorry,
fault.
is it worth it? Is it worth the price?
The €60 price? Absolutely not.
Okay. Not worth the price.
I 100% disagree with a €60 price on it.
Sure. Okay.
40 maybe,
Yeah.
but then I'd still wait for a sale if it was 40 €40. But I don't think many games these days are worth €60, honestly.
I mean, even with the remake of the DayZ now, it's £35. That's ridiculous. There's no way this is worth that amount of money. You know, £35 in my mind is a full release, everything in it, ready to go, fully QA'd game, not an early access, half
Fully
finished.
QA'd.
Yeah, partially QA'd.
That's never gonna happen
insanity. Again. That's like £15. You know, that's the buy-in for early access. It's cheaper. It's not ready yet. Or at least that's my opinion.
I'm always really annoyed about having to pay for QAing games, really. For testing games for people. So any pre-release, alpha, beta, anything like that, if you're paying for that, you should be at heavy discount.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think it's partially Valve's fault for doing this as well, because they allow it on their platform, on Steam. But any game developers who are thinking, hey, do you know what? Our game is 60% done. Let's slap on a €30+ tag on it. That's too much.
Yeah.
Like you're getting people to pay full price for a game to test it for you, to tell you, to give you the feedback.
Yeah.
You should be letting them do it for free for a certain amount of time. Do you remember the times when you'd get either this is going way back, where you'd get like a demo disc?
Yeah. Back on the magazines,
And exactly, yeah. That was a cool way of doing it. You paid for your magazine, you get your demo disc. The other way of doing it was the kind of evolution of that, which was, open beta for a month, and then they close the beta and they take all the information there and then apply it. And then later on they'll do like another maybe open beta again, just to sort of finalize some stuff.
Yeah.
That's the best way, I think, is done, because those open betas are always free. You can opt in to get your key, or you just happen upon it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think you're flirting with what I think is the right answer, in that when you say beta, typically betas were betas, in that the development process was kind of nearing its end. The game was put together, and the beta is mainly just opening up to a limited-ish audience, and it's in terms of check the mechanics are all working, stress test the networking, and that sort of thing. But generally, the product is ready-ish.
Yeah.
What's happening too much is that there's this trend of putting out games with licensed game engines, Unity in particular, which are still in their integration stage. They're still in. They haven't even got anywhere near the alpha. They're still major parts of the game are still unmerged with the main code base. The game is effectively still in its very early development stages, and that's when it's a bit of a cop-out, because it's not just you're paying for just a few tweaks here and there, bit of quality assurance. You're paying for the whole fucking the whole thing's being developed around you, and that there's no set in stone how much of your game is developed by the time you put it out to customers.
Yeah. In this particular scenario, when I say beta, I mean anything from I misworded obviously, but anything from pre-alpha, alpha, and beta. Anything pre-actual game launch, anything that is testing. So if you're having your what is it? Buyers,
sorry, backers. Customers?
Your customers, yeah, sorry. You're having your buyers, backers, and customers. All three of them. Yeah, I'm having a fucking moment. all three of those. If you're having them pay full price for your game to help you make it better, I kind of feel like you're cheating them. And I kind of feel like you've sort of failed as a dev in that way.
So what, you're saying that the price should be reduced?
That, or they should get extra benefits after the game releases.
Oh, I hate extra benefits again, though, because that's more incentive for people to specifically buy into the same thing that I just fundamentally disagree with.
And I mean, what kind of benefits you're gonna get? A fucking skin, like a hat, like who fucking cares?
Exactly,
It doesn't really compensate for it.
Stupid cosmetic shit.
Yeah. You get stuff like, oh, I have the alpha T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's like, well, so what, dude? So fucking what? I guarantee those people didn't help with making of the game.
And they probably didn't enjoy it either, to be quite honest.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't ever send any kind of like beta bug reports or anything like that.
Exactly. See, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
So you have maybe pulling a number out of my fucking arse here, but 1 in 50 people who would actually submit a bug report.
I think I've done like 1 or 2, but I really can't remember the name of the game.
Yeah, so at that point, what's the point of the beta? What's the point of the alpha? What's the point of any? You're not gaining any information as a dev. I know it's marketing and it is smart, but it does ruin a game. You're marketing your game in the short run to have a bad game in the long run. I think that just ruins everything about it.
It's bad for the customers, but they make their money, and at this point, they don't care.
But that's the thing. Do you not remember when games used to be about making good games?
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like games.
Thank you,
biggest problem
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That I'm of the mindset that I think game developers now are 100% about the money and not about a long-lasting game.
Well, I disagree, because you're using the word developer as, people who just make the game. I think the problem arises where publishers are now a conglomerate of
Thank you, Optico. Thank you very much. Thank you.
They're the ones making the games and making the decisions.
That's true,
Monopoly and
That's true. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'll take that back then. I'll change what I was saying. Not the game developers, because a good game developer could have a great idea in mind and a great plan in mind, and then a shitty marketer will have another plan that, fucking entirely ruins it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the companies are kind of ruining it in that.
Yeah.
They're not looking for something that 10 years down the line they can say, man, this is still a great game. They're looking for something that a year down the line they can say, how do we make another one of these so we can get our 10 million?
Yeah, I mean, there's a YouTuber to sort of support your point. There's a YouTuber called who I really like his stuff. He's called Mr. B-Tongue, and at one time he did something called The Tale of Two Companies, which is a video where he compared BioWare and its upper echelons with EA and its upper echelons, and he said it was quite telling. And this was a few years back. This was like 2012. It's quite telling that you look at the all of the open, like the CVs and all of the history, the employee history for the two companies. BioWare was founded by three guys with about 100 grand. They were doctors, I think they were. Sorry, they were just out of wherever they were, or med school, whatever. So three guys who had a passion for doing it. So they went and founded a games development studio. You look at EA, and all of its upper ups have no actual game experience. The head of EA at the time came from the Sara Lee Corporation's bakery division. So in other words, they're suits. They are lifelong suits with no actual experience in a creative field. So it's not really a surprise that that the head of a publisher that's making the calls for the studio would make a product like a bakery product, like something that you serve out, just keep serving out that DLC content. You know, the quality doesn't really matter. It's about just serving out like a consumable, effectively. It shouldn't be a surprise. And is that wrong for them? Not really, because that's how they see their world. That they don't have the perspective of somebody who has worked their way up in, say, games development. Which is ostensibly a very creative industry, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but the difference there is those guys are businessmen.
Yeah, they're businessmen.
Devs.
Yeah. Yes,
they're not
exactly.
designers and stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
So their entire world is business.
Yeah,
and the business is sell it and get it done and move on to the next one.
Yeah, get the hits out on time.
Games are running too much on that right now.
Yeah.
Instead of just as an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take StarCraft or Warcraft or even World of Warcraft and Diablo, right?
Uh-huh.
All from Blizzard. Back when those were getting designed, you had enthusiastic people who had passion for the game and what they were designing and what they were shilling out. These games are still played to this day, right? They're still supported to this day.
Yeah.
And yet Blizzard itself, the company, not in the same company as it used to be. Not with the same people as it used to be, not the same ideology as it used to be.
Yeah.
They're making some mistakes, sure. That's, their thing. It's turned back. They've evolved into the business. Fair play to them. That's, whatever. But it's not the same company. People who like bang on about it, it's, Blizzard are losing subscribers or something like that. No, they're not. Blizzard doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's Activision Blizzard now.
Yeah.
So Activision are the ones who are they're the ones to blame. I'm not going to say they're ruining anything, but they're the reason why particularly World of Warcraft subscribers have gone down so much. They turned more business than subjective, but
you're right. Yeah, I agree.
They've gone more business than game. And the people from Blizzard, the people who were there, the people who designed it, and the people who have left by now, those are the people who are passionate and go into other games. For example, the Diablo crew, Path of Exile. Less business, more game. And look at that game right now. Yeah. You might not enjoy the style of it, you might not enjoy it, but that game is doing very, very well for itself.
Yeah.
Those are old devs.
Thank you, Raisin. Thank you very much, Raisin.
From the Diablo team.
Yeah. And that is exactly how, what you just described is exactly how a company that is making said decisions can walk out on stage and excitedly talk about a mobile game, a reskin of a Chinese mobile game, to an audience of PC gamers. That's how that happens. Yep. Exactly. Because in their mind, makes total sense, but their minds are not rooted in experience in this industry, in the gaming industry.
Yeah, well, it sucks for them too, because even the ones that are left, the ones that do want to make a good game, they're just there for job security.
Yeah. But it's because of as Mr. B-Tongue puts it, tone at the top. In that, what happens is each individual person in each individual role wants to try and please their manager effectively, and that manager is getting instructions from above, and of course they want to please that, and it goes up and up and up. So it doesn't matter how untouched, say, BioWare is left in its internal workings, they are doomed to fall to the folly of EA's thinking because they're trying to please tone at the top.
Yep.
But yeah, yeah.
This is it. You get a really good developer with a really good idea and really good incentive, and his upper is telling him, hey, do you know what? This is a bit much. Why don't you change it for this? And then it's like, well, the dev can't do anything other than say yes to that because, job.
Yeah.
That's how a job works. You can't tell your superior to fuck off.
Exactly.
Regardless of how right or wrong you or he is, or you or she, or who you or they are.
Yeah.
But the fact that it does happen, it kind of sucks for games. It really does.
Yeah, no, big time. And it's all the more reason. I know I keep speaking to the chat. I know I keep harping on about this. You must not ever pre-order ever. Never. You shouldn't even just avoid. It should be a dirty word. Pre-order.
Yeah.
Because effectively, any company, doesn't matter how great they are, doesn't matter how much of the creative spark they claim remains, they will eventually, or they can eventually, produce a stinker. You can have Bethesda make a Fallout 76. Sorry, Fallout. What was it called? Sorry. Fallout. Yeah, 76. You can have fucking. Well, there's so many of them. You can. Well, not just Bethesda. Activision's mobile thing. You just all. Sorry, there's so many examples of disappointing games.
If you're on PC, there's absolutely no pre-order whatsoever.
Yeah, seriously, do not pre-order.
Back in the day when there used to be more hard copies, there was a reason to, but even then it was pointless because it was copies.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to sound. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to raise the hackles of the people in the chat. Even CD Projekt, is that how you say it? CJ Projekt. Yeah, don't pre-order. Wait until the thing is out. And then enjoy it once it's confirmed that it's good. Because even them eventually will probably have their whoopsie moment. Even they will probably have their, oh, fuck, we thought this would be popular, but it's shit.
I don't know if anybody's played Gwent, but they went through 3 iterations of that game, and it's trash now. So
right.
And it's made by CD Projekt. So.
But yeah, never pre-order. Ever. Please, all of you in the chat watching, however many, never pre-order.
And I mean, what do you gain from pre-ordering anyway? You get like fucking a skin,
a t-shirt, dude. You get an t-shirt.
Wow, you get a t-shirt. Oh my god,
dude, I love those figurines.
Oh my god, you get a t-shirt. Oh my god, you get a t-shirt.
But what you don't get is a fully functional, good game that will last long and that you will play in 5 years' time.
You might, but you're not sure. You don't know.
You're gambling at that point.
Yeah.
You guys like to gamble? Because I fucking don't. Honestly, I'm not going to gamble €60 for a game that I may or may not enjoy. I'm not going to pre-order it like that. And if they don't give me access to test it, to check it, to do that in the alpha, in the beta, in whatever they want to call it, I'm not buying into it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. And one of the reasons I keep railing on Ubisoft so frequently is that they have this habit of weaponizing review embargoes to stop people from checking the game before they what was it, Assassin's Creed Unity in 2014. People were streaming it and the review embargo was still in place, stopping reviewers from protecting customers from what was an absurdly broken game. Like oh god, it just angers me, just really angers me that they did that. So yeah, this is one of the reasons, wait until it's out, wait until reviewers are reviewing it and customers are actually playing it, and then buy it. Okay?
Yeah.
It's hard to trust game reviewers anymore.
Yeah.
It is very hard. Yeah, you're right. I was going to say, it's so hard because those guys are fucking...
Their jobs rely on the industry.
Yeah,
exactly. And half of them rely on getting either, a little bit of favored treatment from these game companies to get a little early access to it, so they can release their review quicker and stuff like that. So they get bought out by this kind of stuff, and it sucks. It's politics in gaming industry, and nobody wants that.
Yeah.
But if any of this hasn't convinced you, right? And I'm pretty sure it should have. Let me take you way back in time. For anybody who remembers gaming in the 90s and gaming in the 2000s.
Ooh, me.
Right, so Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, everything like that, okay? All these really good games that you can go back and people will say are amazing. Battletoads, Banjo-Kazooie, Star Fox,
GoldenEye.
Donkey Kong, GoldenEye, exactly. more other Banjo-Kazooies, more
Smash
Donkey
Brothers.
Kong, Diddy Kong, Perfect Dark.
Wait, Diddy Kong had a separate game?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Did it? Holy shit.
Conker's Bad Fur Day. These are all classics.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, right? These are all made by the same company, Rare.
Ah, yes.
Rare is also the same company that made Sea of Thieves, and I'll tell you right now, if I pre-ordered, I pre-ordered Sea of Thieves, I'd have been mad. And I played GoldenEye 007 for fucking like thousands and thousands of hours.
Yeah.
Right.
What happens when you get bought out by your publisher?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I feel after all of those games had been released in semi-perfect condition. They were playable and they were great and they could still be played to this day and you would still have fun. Sea of Thieves, on the other hand, and I'm not ripping on the game, is lacking what those games all had on release.
Yeah.
Replayability.
Yeah.
So if I'd ordered Sea of Thieves, I'd be mad. I'd be genuinely mad that I wasted money on it.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't pre-order today, because it's just not worth it. Wait till the reviews come out from people you know, friends, everything like that. Don't look at Google reviews or whatever the fuck's going on. Wait till you find specific people that you trust. Wait for their reviews, and then even talk to people who are playing it. Just say, hey, should I buy
watch streams as well? Like, that's also a thing. Yeah,
and
streams are pretty unbiased in that way.
I will say that I spent the $5 to get the Origin access to play the Anthem demo these last 3 days, and no, honestly, it was a good experience because it was the worst demo I've ever played in my life.
Was it really?
And I will not be buying the game.
Yeah. Well, that's a different... I would argue avoid Anthem, disassociate Anthem with its quality and focus entirely on the sins of its publisher. Do not buy EA. Fuck EA. Just avoid EA. Like, everything we've just talked about, you can throw it at EA's feet massively. Avoid EA. But anyway, so just circling back now, what you just said about... Yeah, everything you just said... just kind of circling back to what you said... what was that point you said about... you said about Rare and how it's not the same company. Yeah,
it's
effectively Rare is not Rare from Nintendo 64 days.
Yeah.
So even them with their pedigree, I suppose, you still don't pre-order from them.
No,
you shouldn't. Yeah.
It doesn't matter the company. Pre-ordering is always bad.
Yep. Never ever pre-order.
You give these companies an excuse, maybe not for the game that you're pre-ordering right then and there, but for a future game, to just slack off, to just phone it in, to not do what they're supposed to do and release a proper game. Also, just Josh24, talking about nostalgia, I'm not talking about nostalgia with these particular games. You go back to play these games from Rare, they're fucking spot on. They're still good. There's a start, middle, and an end to these games, and there's replayability in all of them. Sea of Thieves doesn't have this yet.
Yeah. Well,
I'm saying yet because they could bring it in. I'm not, never say never, but right now, no.
Yeah. Well, again, just to loop back, I would disassociate the pre-order discussion with the quality of the titles entirely, because you run the risk, in my opinion, of going, well, pre-ordering is okay because that game is good. Like, there's no correlation between A and B here. It's more like the whole concept of pre-ordering is flawed. Doesn't matter if the game is a masterpiece or a shit show. You've paid money for something with no guarantee of either.
Yep, it's literally
gambled.
Also, Slinky Sphinx, companies are your friends. They want to put out the best they can. You guys are too harsh? Absolutely not.
No.
Companies want money.
Sell products. Yes.
They want to sell it, regardless of whether or not they're making a good product. They will tell you it's the best thing on the fucking market. They will tell you it's guaranteed going to be this. It's guaranteed going to have that.
Yep.
It's going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be the Trump of presidents of games. It's gonna be the next bit. It's gonna be. It's gonna be huge.
Are you Peter Molyneux? Have you not told us something? Are you actually Peter Molyneux? This sounds amazing.
It's true. Like,
uncanny.
It's not too harsh to say that pre-ordering is always, in every situation, a bad thing.
Yeah, I think he's referring to development studios and not companies. Because
No,
it's still both ways.
Yeah,
though.
companies are not people. Don't make the mistake of thinking that even though a company's made up of people, and even though you can contact some of them on Twitter, looking at you, Bohemia Interactive, you are still a company. You are still a corporation. Okay.
Yes.
You are not
a business.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm going a slight tangent. Like Bohemia Interactive have this habit of sort of like some of their developers they speak personally, or my understanding is that some of them speak personally with their fans. But there's always this weird sense that that this is still Bohemia Interactive. This is still a large company with turnovers in the millions. They are not individuals. They are, well, a company. I'm just circling around a point that this is a big corporation company that you're talking to. They are out to make money.
Yeah. These people's jobs rely on the game selling good.
Yeah,
exactly.
They get fired.
They're not your friends.
And it literally goes back to the conversation we had maybe like 20 minutes ago by now, where a good game developer might have a good idea in mind, but his superior is going to be the ass bag who just wants to push it, who just wants to make the money out of it. So again, they'll say, this is going to be huge, this is the best game in the world, this is going to be bigger than so-and-so and blah, blah, and this and that, it's going to have more compatibility with so-and-so and this and that, and replayability, all blah, blah, blah. And in actual fact, you're just going to pre-order a fucking pile of garbage.
Yep. And as Carbon Black says, corporations are not people, basically.
Yes.
Corporations are not people.
And companies are not the developers. They're just the ones who want to shell out the game as quick as possible for as much money as possible. And that's it. That's the sad thing about it. Gaming companies are... They've evolved into the business world as businesses, just straight businesses. It doesn't matter their product at this point. It's the business. And you get to that point, and when you can clearly say it doesn't matter what the product is, it's how they're selling it, then you get to a point where their product is most likely going to be bad. Or not as good. Well, say bad.
Well,
it could be
anything.
You don't know. That's the thing. Just don't pre-order.
Don't pre-order.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I think we're running out of ways to just say don't pre-order. It should be obvious. Don't pre-order.
Yeah.
And also fuck EA.
Yeah, fuck EA. But there was a good argument. There was a good argument. Like it came out a couple of years ago, and it's still good to this day. Speak with your wallet.
Yeah.
If game companies won't understand.
Thank you, Sir Tristy Pan. Thank
real
you, Sir
constructive
Tristy.
criticism.
Thank you.
Like everything we've said here, apart from fuck EA, has not been specifically targeted to a company.
Fuck
It's
EA.
not been specifically, and the Ubisoft stuff.
Fuck
Ubisoft,
EA. Fuck Ubisoft.
Has not been. We've not been.
Fuck EA.
It's critical, but it's not personal on the company, you know.
Fuck EA.
Except for fuck EA.
Except for EA.
Just in general, fuck EA. But we're not specifically targeting people here. We're just saying as a general whole, as a rule.
Apart from EA.
Apart from EA
Fuck
and
EA.
Ubisoft.
I woke up in the morning, I stretched, and I went, oh, fuck EA. Every morning.
But it's true. There are companies that can start doing good, and there are companies that just really don't. And EA seems to be one of the ones that just doesn't give a shit. Like, honestly. Chill out as quickly as possible, get as much money as you can.
Anyway, no, that was good. Yeah. We did an impromptu podcast there.
Yeah.
What else?
You guys?
Yeah.
Speaking of, I've also considered doing
podcast,
making a podcast thing with ZF.
Yeah,
it's been in my mind for a while.
It would be so bad.
I know, yeah. Because I did one. Sorry, this is just speaking about what I did. So I was invited onto one. I sounded like a preachy arsehole. I know you guys are going to say I'm a preachy arsehole, but I really came across as a preachy arsehole.
I think that's what all the podcasts are.
I know, but it wasn't like a natural conversation. It just felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was standing at a pedestal waving my arms around. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because you weren't with a group of people you really know well, like ZF, for example.
I think if you're with people that you know, you're able to more freely.
Maybe.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah. Because I made some mock-ups for your like overlays and stuff for it. So
here's the problem. Here's the problem with it, right? And I don't want to seem too negative, but I feel every everyone would just sort of degenerate into what we just had right there.
Fuck EA. Yeah.
No, not even the fuck EA. It would all just go back to don't pre-purchase, don't pre-order. And then,
I don't think so. I mean, I think
it might.
We're consistent with our points.
No, honestly, as long as Soviet's up there, it's gonna be fine.
No, but I'm exactly the same. Me and Womble are cut from the same cloth.
No, we find different suspects. We find different subjects.
We have the same things.
Oh, honestly, what we could do though, we could make like a list of subjects, and then we could make sure we don't stick on one for too long.
Right.
Maybe?
So I see what you're saying.
Sure,
Are you saying that in any podcast we have, we won't have an opposing point of view?
No. What I mean is, for the two of us, it would kind of go for the same thing. The same underlying messages in every conversation would end up emerging, which is don't pre-order. Game industry is dying because the business industry of it is rising.
Yeah.
And, they're not your friends. They don't want what's good for you. They want what's good for them as a company, as a business.
Yeah.
And I think every conversation would end up circling to that.
Right. But I mean, sorry to just ask. This is a dumb question. A podcast, is it supposed to be a debate? No.
No, it's a chat.
It's a chat. Yeah.
I would say it's a civil discussion.
So you don't need someone with the opposing view, even if they're a devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I mean, it
could be healthy for discussion, but yeah.
It depends on the conversation, but for the most part, it's like honest.
You're going to differ in the finer details of the discussion, so it wouldn't really be a problem.
Okay. Sure.
We could give it a try and see what happens. I mean, that's something that could be worth a try.
I'd be down
for it.
I'll make sure I finish the overlay stuff, and then I'll come back to you guys.
But again, I just I did one, and I just thought, that
I'll
sounds
slap
like
that shit on
knobhead.
iTunes and sell it.
Really? Do they sell them on iTunes?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
No, they don't sell them.
Oh, yeah.
It's free. They're all free.
Well, some of them.
Right.
Oh, people make them fucking paid or stupid because that means you get less viewers on the podcast, listeners and stuff. I mean, what they make money from in podcasts is advertisements. The beginning of each episode.
Yeah, I'll be good at that. I'll be good at that.
Shut the fuck up.
No, we're not doing adverts. Fuck that.
What do you mean?
You
gotta pay for it somehow.
First of all, who's gonna get the money, right? How will this be split up? It's gonna be fucking pennies to the entire fucking client.
No. Here's how you do it, right?
Right. Here we go.
There we go. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Here's how you do it.
Yeah.
30% to the host, whoever that is.
Okay.
And then the rest is split between whoever's on the show.
Okay. Well, as
easiest option, dude. Easiest option.
As is the term a headliner? As a YouTube celebrity, I demand 66%.
Well, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that's just unrealistic. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Well, I tried. Can you blame me? Right.
But yeah, how does like next week sound?
I don't know. Can we just leave it in the conversation stage for now, rather than set a formal time? Because But just mention the conversation again. Certainly.
If you want to convince Womble Calf, we'll just do one, and then as like a pilot, and then just send it to Womble, and he can.
There. And what you should do, you should start talking about like things that I intentionally disagree with, but say that you're in full support of them, so I can come in and go, hang on a second, I will enter the TeamSpeak channel to argue with you.
No, I think we'd lock the TeamSpeak channel, honestly. I don't want people to come in. We want to have a consistent group of people in each episode.
Thank you, Slap. Thank you
very
much.
We'll just do it on Skype, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember Skype? That still exists, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to the guys who are still fucking working on Skype.
Nah, bro.
Holy
MSN.
shit, guys.
MSN is where we're going to go. MSN Messenger.
MSN Messenger.
Yeah.
Right. I am super late to start work, so I'm gonna go and get on with
it.
What
are you talking about? Like is this not?
No, I've got so much shit I need to edit. Holy crap!
Making money right now. You're getting.
Yeah, but you can just take all of what we just did and put that on a video and just say, hey, look, fuck it.
But I don't have
turn into EA, dude. Phone it in. Whatever.
Tens of thousands of people in YouTube comments yelling at me to get the.
Well,
hang on.
I don't know. If you release this as a video, so that'd do them for a while,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like 3 months. That's it. Boom, boom.
Right. Anyway, but no, cheers, guys. That was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
So I'll be about. No, hang on. Sorry, it's Divinity this evening, so I won't be about this evening. But but I hope to see you again soon. Are you guys either of you streaming?
Nope.
Okay. I was good. Yeah. Never mind then. I was going to host you up if so. Right. Cool. So thank you again, and I guess I'll catch you later.
Before you go.
No.
I missed so many subs while we were talking about it. I'm sorry I didn't read out your names, and Womble didn't either, I'm pretty sure. But everybody who subbed during that, and since the last person I said it, my man.
We love you.
Right. Take care, guys. See you soon.
See you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Right, so that was ZF, Kyle, Kath, and Paltos, and we were just sitting in TeamSpeak, bantering about stuff whilst I played a bit of the DayZ Standalone. Yes, so thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you kindly. And also, thank you, Slap My Colon, Sir Tristipan, Badgerheart, Raisin, Jahas Free Candy, Optico, Itzshakansan, 93, and a Drunken Anarchist. Thank you all of you. Thank you all of you for subbing. That's much appreciated. So before I go, just to get up to speed on what's happening, the latest YouTube project has begun this week. So last week I finished Rising Storm 2 Vietnam Bullshittery Part 1. Please also know that I finished the pre-production for, I think, Parts 2, 3, and 4. I have a lot of clips for Rising Storm. So the next bullshittery for that will be faster because obviously I've got the clips ready to go, really. So that's what I did last project. Next project has started as of yesterday, and I'm just going to go away and get on with it. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll be here in this chair until about 8 o'clock. I probably should go for a run. How's the weather? Oh, it's raining. Fuck that. I'm going to stay in the seat and get fat and keep working until about 8 o'clock this evening. This dog needs a belly rub. Hang on. Yeah, so that's it really. Just going to kind of crack on, and I'll let you know if there are any problems. And yeah. She's grumbling. She's fine. She can just have a snooze on the sofa where it's nice and warm. Okay, so let me have a look and see who's currently streaming. So in the ZF clan, we have Yuki and Moogle. So Moogle is playing Mountain Blade Warband, and Yuki is doing League of Legends. Hang on a second. Heads, tails. Cool. All right, I'll hand you over to ZF Yuki. Yeah, it's cool. So ZF Yuki's playing League of Legends, and yeah, so I'll leave you with him. So thank you again. All the best. Have a lovely afternoon, and see you again soon.